Hello, Steve House 89. Well, I stumbled across some random movies today, and one was the Nancy Drew film. The live action one was done a couple of years ago, and I kind of like the idea of Nancy Drew and Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. I watched like the old TV shows from the 70s when I was a kid, I think. I have some vague memory of something like that, and the film was decent, and it did a couple of things I was surprised by. It went into the supernatural and paranormal for a while, and I'm like, wow, because I the only Nancy Drew book I have is I think it's The Mystery or The Ghost of the Lilac Inn or something. It's like a little retro hardcover. And they actually mentioned the Lilac Inn at the end of this film, like it's going to be the next adventure. I'm like, oh, please, I've got that book. I got all excited because I've got the book they're talking about. I know. Yes, lame, but whatever. So Nancy Drew is like a spunky little redhead who is just bothering everyone because she just doesn't know how to stop or take no for an answer. Um, she's perky and spunky and all that stuff. But yeah, there's she's already in trouble. But I think I missed the very start. Actually, she's already in trouble with the police for doing something. She actually has to like do like community community service. And while she's sort of doing that, she bumps into somehow a woman who claims her house is haunted, and she's sort of allowed to investigate that on the side when she's really not supposed to be doing anything like that. And actually have quite a few good scenes, quite a couple of good scenes of she goes to stay in the house overnight with well, not a friend, one of her nemesis who becomes her friend, the perfect pretty blonde girl. Um, and they discover that actually something weird is happening, but then of course they discover that it's actually, fake, and that this woman is they're trying to scare her into selling and why, and it goes into this whole mystery, which I'm not going to ruin. I've already ruined enough of that if you haven't actually seen the film. But I kind of love that it went into the paranormal because the Nancy Drew series does. But then they sort of, you know, found the truth behind it, and I'm like, really? Okay. It's okay. I get the how that. Okay. So that kind of surprised me, and then surprised me again. But ultimately, it was fun, and I kind of enjoyed it. And I didn't really I never work out the mysteries. I've watched every episode of Murder She Wrote pretty much, and I never worked out who killed anyone. I always just wait for Angela to tell me. Um, so, but yeah, they didn't play up the girl power too much. They weren't too cringy and sugary, but it was nice enough that it was like fun without trying too hard. It wasn't cynical, but it wasn't too perky and girly. So overall, I actually kind of enjoyed it, and I'm probably going to buy it. I think I'll keep it. It'll be one of the things I end up watching again because I did enjoy it on a certain level. And I kind of like the Nancy Drew series, so it's not a direct link. They're not, but overall, I think I like the Nancy Drew franchise. Although I hear there've been a couple of films, and I've heard bad things about some of them. But then again, there's a lot of misogynistic people who just can't handle a film that's got a girl that's the main character who isn't like passive or a sex object. So I kind of feel it's my duty to actually watch all those films that they complain about and hate and say that woke, because 90% of the time they're actually good, and it's just them that are haters, and they just either are deliberately hating it for political reasons, or they can't process it, and they just see it as, well, that's bad writing because I don't relate to it. It's bad writing because it's not what I believe in, or it's not the world that I want to see. So it's just bad and badly done, and that's all they can say. And it's like, are you actually gaslighting deliberately, or you just see the world in such a way that anything outside of your world is just wrong and bad, and just like, is it dog whistle, or is it really just, yeah, it's but yeah, I don't know how we got there, but it's 4 minutes. I should stop talking. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed the film because I never get to watch films. I'm always at my computer doing stuff, and I have TV on in the background, and I'm sort of half watching stuff just so I know what happens, but I never actually get to sit down and just watch something. But today, I just didn't get out of bed. I thought, you know what? It's a public holiday. It's technically the day I was born. Um, so I just lay there and watched. The first thing was on when I turned the TV on, which was Nancy Drew, and the second thing was Turbo, and then eventually, um, what's that film about the chef, the female chef, the classic. Oh, they showed that, and I'm like, I've already seen that one. And then I found Fanboys, so I watched Fanboys. So that was sort of my little movie day, which reminds me of one of my first big birthdays where my mum took me up to town and left me in the cinema for the day, and I watched 4 movies. I just went from one movie to the next movie to the next movie for the whole day. Um, so if I watch one more film, I've kind of recreated that. Maybe this should be a tradition for my birthday. Watch 4 movies. I don't know. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I was just really happy to actually sit down and watch a couple of films, and I kind of enjoyed them all, partly because they were good, and partly just because I just love films. I love cinema, and I really pity those people who do nothing but hate them and complain about them and slag off over them, and just, I pity them for not being able to just enjoy movies for what they are. And yeah, I had fun.